One, drop it.
Hey, what's good? What's good? Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, hit that button, hit it up. We'll just get into this. Basically, I'm just gonna do a pretty in-depth chat on DripX. Just chat about it, tell you what's up, tell you how it do, what it do, how it be, and talk about this new AMA that just dropped. That Drip Coach and Hustle Man Matt just created together. It was pretty inspirational and pretty bullish for sure, without a doubt. Looks like our line did not hold here. I threw that gray line down there just as a little bit of a why not. It looked as I went to start this that it might hold. Clearly, it's coming back down to that yellow one. Maybe going down a little more is what it is. But so like yeah, let's just get rid of that. Drop in that mouth. There we go. Bring it down here. Yeah. Something like that. Here, we'll move it. Oh, there you go. You fall right in. Yeah, but look at this. That's the chart right now, guys. I don't know if you've seen this. It's not great yet, but it's been going up and down, and not too much down happening. At a certain point, those LPs they're gonna hold that price. It's the way it be. But I'm gonna start here. I got things to say, so I'll run into that real quick. I already said this, I got some of this information, not all of it. Obviously I'm here on the docks and I'm in the protocol, so there is that, and whatnot. So it's like not all the information. I'm not just taking like word for word out of Hustle Man Matt's, or maybe word for word out of his mouth, but there's only a few things that I thought were really dope from Drip Coach that I just had to reiterate. Other than that, it's just some information that was collected and all that jazz. But either way, this is not advice whatsoever. I'm just here being entertainment, as you can see with the fancy dealios here. I'm just here to have fun. And yeah, so look, the one thing I wanted to mention here, Hustle Man Matt actually said this. I just really was like, whoa, that's inspirational. They talked about the opportunities, or they were talking about the opportunities that are inside of DripX here, and like the difference between whether a whale or a little minnow has the same or different opportunities. And well, everyone's got the same opportunity. Literally starting small, you starting big. You got your chess pieces, and you just got to put them in order the way you want to. So you wanna drop in here with the hammer instead of my stay, and then do it. You wanna drop in it with the tiptoe, tiptoe on your little tippy toes and play on the low power ends, then do that too. Either way, I'm not here to advise you. You advise yourself. I'm just here to give you the information that I found on the market. But yeah, just to get into it a tiny bit more, I think that's about all I wanted to touch before I got into that dealio. Let me take a look here. Oh yeah, I did want to mention this just for the respect out of people's times. Look, if you're here just because you want some DripX plays, just go to the end of the video. I'm gonna talk about that and a little bit more. Not much, obviously, because I'm no advisor, but I'm just gonna talk about what I'm seeing, what the options are, and show you the chess pieces that are available. And then to get into this guy here, just because the team did such an awesome job, and I decided, even though I did a little quick overview over DripX, I was feeling a little more motivated today, especially hands down after that AMA. So I decided, I started thinking about it, and I had to make this video. So to pay homage to the team's hard work, we're gonna take a look at this graph here. I'm gonna touch on some things, just a few things really. I'm not gonna go in detail on this. I mean, you can read it yourself right there in front of you. It's just a couple words. But you're gonna start with these virtual miners here. You're gonna create it with your BNB, and then you're gonna get a DripX. It's very simple. It's a virtual mining machine, and it's literally in the name. If you know how Bitcoin works, you know what a miner is, and all that shit. If you know what Bitcoin really works, I kind of look at this as Bitcoin. You know, it's not Bitcoin whatsoever. At all. Not financial advice. Not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is the way it's coded. I mean, it's kind of just coded to be similar. There's obviously a couple similarities. I don't care about touching on that. You can see it. But like once you got here, you know, that goes into your virtual miners. Once your miner expires, obviously you're going to claim that DripX. What you do with that DripX really depends on how the success of the protocol goes. Um, I'm not an advisor, so I'm not going to even say what you should do, but you do what you need to do, you know, for the success of you. The max times you can create a miner here, as you see, is 280. You can that's a variable time. You can, you know, it changes to whatever amount of days you want. You can do a minimum of 8, or you can do the 280. Now, this has changed. They just have not updated it yet, I would imagine, because they put such hard work into this beautiful picture. But that's no longer that. Actually, it started at 400 a billion, but now it's down, dropped or they lowered it. It didn't drop. They just simply lowered it to respect the protocol and help its longevity. That's now 40 billion. Quite a significant drop. You know, earlier it pays better in this protocol. We know that with the way Titan X's went and Hex, all that jazz. We're gonna skip over most of this here. Yeah, right here. This is the important part. Reinvest for bigger gains. If you reinvest for bigger gains and create more miners and stake your gains and then reinvest, take some profits, stake your gains, reinvest, you just follow this wheel and it just goes and goes. It keeps spinning and it will not stop. That's really the only thing I wanted to say and why I wanted to start with this graph. Because honestly, some of the stuff I'm going to say again. And, you know, with my notes probably. But regardless, the important part here, if you want this flywheel to work, you know, obviously take your money out, but let the flywheel work. It could be cool. And we'll actually come back over here for a second and just kind of look at this beauty. Oh, look at that. Oh, are we going to be able to watch it not fall in the mouth? We shall see. But look, so we may have this happening here over here, but I'm just gonna kind of talk about like a couple other things that they said in the AMA that I thought were worth talking about. One of those things, I mean, there's a couple things, for sure. I actually took some clips. I was trying to look for a specific clip, and it took me so long. I got so fed up. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm moving on with my life, and we'll figure it out later." But I decided to put the clips that I did take into the description if you want to check them out. One of them was what I meant to clip. The other one, I don't even understand what I did, but it didn't. What I wanted might be in there. I'm not even sure. I skimmed it. I didn't see it. Moved on. But one plus that we have here to the ecosystem, other than what I want to start with, actually, I jumped a little ahead of myself there. My bad. Stay on task. But look at this. So DripX itself, this here beautiful application, they can obviously change things. Clearly, they changed the mining rewards to 40 billion, along with what else did they change? I think they changed something else. Oh yeah, that's what else they changed. The buy and burn. But you know, that's cool stuff. We can get into that in a moment. I'm gonna bring it back over here to the chart so we can look at that and you know see what happens. But basically, like I said, they got proxy. It's a proxy server. They can change things, and yeah, that could be a really good thing because basically it's like your cell phone. You know, it can upgrade. It's not gonna be what it is now. Like a month from now or a year from now, like when changes need to happen, updates need to come. They have that ability to make those updates. Who would have guessed that was a good thing? Uh, but they do have multi keys, or not multi keys, a multi sig, which is bullish in the go wrong or things go right department. It's bearish if you want things to go wrong, I guess. But clearly, whenever there is something happening in a protocol with a proxy, anything can happen, really. It's just the way it works. And if you want to be involved, be involved. If not, that's your choice. So, a little bit of a drama bot here. The somehow magically, this is one of the clips I'm pretty sure I did take. This has been a bit of a process today, especially when I was trying to clip that damn thing. Regardless, we're not bitching about that anymore. Apparently, what happened, the reason the prices dropped so hard, is because Pancake flipped the LP. For some reason, it's supposed to be DripX Rap Drip, and then it's flipped. And that's Rap Drip to Drip, and the price inverted. It's full LP. And there you have it, boys and gents and gals. But that's just a fun thing you said in the AMA. I was like, oh, are you bullshitting me? Please let me know in the comments. Was he bullshitting, or did fuck Pancake Swap drop the ball for real somehow and that shit inverted, or am I a dumbass and he's just literally saying that price go down? Like, oh wow, like it did, because I mean clearly small supply, big supply. That's what I thought. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I don't really but regardless of all that, and me looking like a fool on the interwebs, we're gonna move on and talk about the V3 fees that they are accumulating with the LP. The team obviously has the right to change these things whenever they want. They can decide what they feel is best for the protocol. That's just the way it is. Like I said, it's a proxy controlled thing, and they can do that. It's theirs. But they have the best interest in all of our hearts. Please, if you appreciate this information, hit that like, subscribe, tap it up, and show me some love. What they're gonna do with the V3 fees is they're actually feeding the buy and burn. Like I said, that's what they're doing at the moment because they believe that's what's gonna be best for the protocol. That's just simply the way it works. That's what they believe, so that's what they're doing. They also stated that they're going to change that buy and burn, and they're going to change that as many times as they deem fit. Who would have guessed? They want to get it right. But what we're looking at right now on the buy and burn is about 2 BNB. It's actually just under 2 BNB. Maybe it is technically 2 BNB. It's just like that's the fees or something. But I was just looking at the website. I can even show you here. It's right under 2 BNB. Maybe he just said 2 BNB because it's easier because 0.19. 93400 is a mouthful. Doesn't really matter though. But the cool thing about this here particular topic of the buy and burn and all that jazz, Drip Coach pointed this out, and it's pretty cool. Before I get into that, I did realize I just kind of skipped over this. Look, like I said a minute ago, the team has the right. It's a proxy server. They're gonna change things. They're gonna update it, upgrade it, and maybe even fuck it up. But look, in 20 to 40 hours, which makes me believe that some information I'm about to say here in a bit is the sooner option rather than the later option. So that's dope. That's dope. But you'll see what I'm talking about there in a moment. Look, okay, so Drip Coach, thank you for pointing this out for sure, my guy. But the buy and burn, he did the math like us degenerates don't always do. But the buy and burn right now, it's actually burning roughly like what do you say, like 1.5 billion drip? Like that's crazy. That's an explosion. Bomb dropping and all. Right now what we're looking at with this buy and burn being so high, he stated it in the AMA. I'm not gonna really go into that too much. Like I said, I clip things. If you want to hear him, go listen to the AMA in its entirety because it's fire. I just figured I would help spread the word, my guys. But right now, what we're looking at is like a net equal situation is how I look at it, like in simple terms. We have, 1.5 billion DripX being burnt with the current uh 2 BNB is what I believe he was saying. Like I said, I went back, tried to find this, could not find it, so I'm just going off the notes I took when I heard it. But so in 24 hours, we're looking at 40 billion tokens burned. The supply, like no wonder the price is going up, and we're following these trend lines and stuff, and bouncing off support and resistances. Crazy, right? Crazy. There's the supply is shrinking. It's if the beginning of the project with all that jazz of beauty going on right back here, and then falling down. It's going back up now. Crazy. Like I said, I looked for those clips. I'm gonna have the clips I did take in the description if you want to check out what I was just talking about and a couple other things I was talking about. Another thing they said in that little section there that I kind of referring to is that Drip OG tax vault. It's growing. It's doing what the protocol was meant to do here with DripX, and that is help OG drip. It's that simple on how it was created to create arbitrage between all the drippage. And that's a good point of rolling into the next topic for sure. So, look, the arbitrage, I don't really know much about arbitrage. I do know a tiny little bit, enough to get me in trouble, but it's kind of a simple topic. So, basically, the way it works is you got LPs, and they create the flow of money. You use those different LPs with different price points, and you just um, you sell into them. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess we're gonna come over here now, like right here, to the protocol. I wanted to kind of play with this here. Seems like a good starting point. I'm just kind of rambling through what I wanted to say at this point, so I'll give you something to look at, other than that beautiful button right there. Come on now, tap it up, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it up for your G. But look, okay, as you can see, I am in the mining section. We'll actually come to the calculator, come over to staking, calculator. If you don't know how to get to there, as you just seen, I went here and then there and then there. Very simple process. And theoretically, we'll just play with some numbers here. I'm just gonna like jabbly jula some numbers on there. That's too big of a number for sure. Yeah, why the fuck not? 13K, that's a little more reasonable, but definitely out there for most people. Don't recommend unless you are a whale, and that is the kind of pocket change you play with. Then run it up. Me personally, I'm not playing with that kind of pocket change. But we're just here for the theoretics of being here and looking at these numbers right here. Because like, wow, is all I'm saying for sure. Like, I don't know what you do with $13,000, but if $13,000 made me 10K in 1 month, I might have to consider it a lot more than I would ever guessed, even with a degenerate protocol like this. Goddamn, I'm be honest. But yeah, I mean, dollar bills, yo, dollar bills, and it's only 200%. It's not even that crazy. Like we're just looking at the wrong numbers. This is the right number. 200% easy all day. You could be getting that right now somewhere else. 200% up here. The math adds up. I don't know what you guys are saying. Yeah. I took this little screenshot, so we're just kind of throw it on here, and you can look at it while I move on a touch. Because I talked about how that text vault is growing, which is great. That's what we want. That arbitrage and all of that stuff is helping the system, the flywheel, in a whole. But this is a good time while you're looking at this beautiful chart. I mean, granted, it's really not even that much, but that's a lot. Like,
2, 1, drop it.
Okay, but the staking and the length of the protocol really all has to do with staking back here, up there, that staking button right there. You stake your coins, the protocol is gonna last longer. It's literally that simple. Because if you lock the supply up, mining continues to be profitable. All of that beautiful jazz or Rudy that exists in the ecosystem, the chess pieces that we play with every day, like I just went over as well, small supply, big supply. Big supply gets locked, we're looking at, all of a sudden, whoa, the chart is doing that. How does that happen? You lock your tokens up. Crazy, crazy. Just envision that. Think about that for a second. While I finish this little blurb of notes. So I talked about staking, how it's important. It is very important. You're getting your BNB. That's another flywheel of the system that helps it. I would say that's the most important system that helps it thrive, survive, and continue to help everything happen in the ecosystem. On that note, you know, if you do decide you want to hodl your coins for whatever reason, Hustleman Matt himself said that's probably not the move. As the owner of the system, I would say that's pretty. I don't even know what word I want to use, but we're gonna say he just leave it at that. He's the owner of the system, and he said, probably don't hold your tokens. He warned us though, subscribe if you appreciate warnings. But look, the way that it's coded, honestly, it shouldn't be like that forever. I If we're looking at Titan X and whatnot, we're looking at probably like 200 days, roughly, maybe less, maybe more, for this inflationary period of time. And then, it's probably not going to last much longer than that. I wouldn't think. Maybe it will, but holy shit, DripX team, they're making changes so that way that speeds up. I honestly bet you they cut it greater than in half. Like uh, the supply, that's gonna help so much with lowering it, and now they lowered it to 40 billion a day that can be minted. I mean, that's super nice. The for the chart really. But again, never any financial advice around here, just entertainment purposes, and that's it. That's all there is to it.
2, 1, 2, 1.
Look, Viper is coming out Thursday. I'm just gonna casually say it with little amount of hypeness because that's hype. Hype is fuck, dude. Viper Thursday. Thursday, baby, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for that for sure. Bullish. It's a bullish update. Like we said, we may not like that proxy, but it allows them to do a lot more things. I don't even know if that proxy gives them the rights to be able to do Viper, or if they would have been able to do Viper in the first place otherwise. Either way, it's pretty dope that it's coming out Thursday. Uh, if you know what Hyper is or not, either way, I guess this is an in-depth video on the Hyperage, so I might as well talk about it. If you like that, if you appreciate it, please. But basically, what they're gonna do with Viper, they're gonna take it, they're gonna make it so that you at a 51% up to 99%, pretty much. You can probably go up to like 99.9 if you really wanted to. But then you're gonna pay a .1 fee in BNB. You're gonna pay that fee, and then it's gonna stake it automatically 100% of that miner at 50% of its life or 99.9% of its life. And that's what they added. I don't know if there's any more added to it other than that, but that's what we're looking at. And that is a bullish thing right there because, like I was stating earlier, locking that supply, especially locking that supply for a max amount of time, is great for the protocol. How do we get the supply to shrink? We literally just shrink the supply. One thing to note that this is like out of Hustle Man's Matt's mouth. He was like, yeah, I mean, things are hype. People like Viper, so I mean, those days. I mean, I guess I'm not stating it the way he stated it, but regardless of that, back on task. The the hyper hype, or not the hyper hype, the Viper hype that is going to like grow more and more each day. So certain days that people are kind of bullish on getting in on, they're gonna start filling up, or I guess technically 50% of those days. Like let's say you got a 100-day miner, day 51, you can you can move all of that miner over to your staking, and you're going you're gonna get your ROI on whatever that would be at the time. Because I didn't go over that, but I guess we'll come over here and touch it real quick. Yeah, you're getting these fat numbers if you magically had 13K to put in there for a max amount of time. So I mean, basically, what that means is you're taking that 13K, you're throwing it in the trash, and you're saying, "I just give me BNB until I die," and I'm happy with that. Thank you. But the downside to this, the downside to these numbers, this percentage, and throwing this away, is these numbers go down. They will continue to go down as more people do this. Once Viper comes out, they're gonna start dropping dramatically. Promise, it's going to be dramatic. Um, like without a doubt. If you don't believe that, well, look, like I went over, the Viper's coming out. That's gonna make more of the supply lock up, and then good things are gonna happen to this here chart. Like like coming up to the smiley face, maybe going up, to the moon. Who the fuck knows? But what I know is I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here having fun. And all I gotta say, please hit that like and subscribe. But the chart, how it dropped in the beginning back here, uh, it'll just, yeah, fuck it. Whoopity swoopity doodah. There it is. There it is. Came way up here. What if we got back to there? I don't think that's possible. Wow, I never did this. Holy shit, that's a big line. Really big line. Is there even a top to this line? There it is. It's because I got the chart so small. I'm a dumbass. But look at that. That's percentage, like 100% drop, if I remember correctly. Because I looked at this earlier. Now that I'm thinking about it, I knew that line did what it did. Yeah, 99% droppage. We all know that. We've been paying attention. We're here in the market, in the protocol. Just gonna kind of do that real quick. Boom, beautiful. And look, but that drop, it was baked in. That's what I'm trying to get to here. That, because it doesn't take rocket science to figure it out. In the beginning, they made a small supply token so that people could buy it and stake it on day one. But the inflation, it didn't start until day 8. So yeah, small amount of tokens, people buy them up, price go boom. Simple math. Once supply get big, no more chart go up. Well, yeah. So with that in mind, let's talk about how it is a Ponzi, but it may be a Ponzi at the moment, and it definitely is. You can say what you want. It's Ponzi. Regardless, it's a cooler Ponzi than we have seen in a while, and that is pretty nice. Because even though it's a Ponzi, we enjoy our Ponzi's. We like the flywheel. I like the flywheel. It seems like some people don't like the flywheel. So I lost some money over in the DripX Gardens because I liked the flywheel too much. But we're gonna get into that in a later video. I don't even have it up anymore to kind of just be like, nah, look at that. So it doesn't matter. What does matter is you just got to keep going, moving on. The team Also, to help with this situation of everything and it not being a Ponzi, they're gonna take the V2 buy and burn. They're not gonna take all of it, I don't believe. Maybe they're going to. That's their right if they so decide. Granted, people would be probably mad at them and a little scared, so they're not gonna drop the bomb and do that. So I think we'll be okay. But like I said, they could. It's their option. And on that option, what they're gonna do is they're actually gonna take that buy and burn and they're gonna yield farm with it. Yield farming with it, the team is thinking. At the moment, they're gonna make like 20K a week. That's pretty nuts. Like, whoa, love it. Love that that's gonna feed my flywheel because that's what they're gonna do with it. They're feeding the flywheel. Like I said, the team they may have complete control over the project, but they want their baby to survive. The team, in doing this, they want to benefit the protocol, so they're gonna use the V2, and they got this leverage plan basically. They're gonna do buybacks with miners, meaning they're gonna take BNB and buy miners. I don't know if they're max staking them, partial staking them, or what, or mining them for days. I guess it's not a stake. A miner and a stake, they're two separate things, not the same thing. But look, they're gonna gas that flywheel hard as fuck. Wow. And that's gonna be dope because, like I said, they're gonna make 20K a week, so they got plenty of money to use to do things with. Like, I don't know about you, 20K a week, I'd be pretty set, pretty set. I'd be sitting here talking to you all day long. And as for that, exactly what they're gonna do is just kind of rambling here. I said basically what they're gonna do, but like I said, rambled just a tiny bit. And but yeah, they're gassing the flywheel with miners. They're gonna take these miners. They're gonna use Viper, which was released on like Thursday or something like that. And then they're gonna using that they can max stake these tokens without them ever hitting the market, without them ever affecting this chart. So this face down here, or the one that's like could be way down here. If it's way down here, that'd be really sad. It's gonna be like crying so hard. He's red, sad, and wish he's eating one of those. But hopefully that's not gonna happen because the team they're doing the flywheel thing. They're doing it. They're leading by example, guys. So take their example and let's get this chart at least staying where it's at, in my opinion. Like, I'm happy if it chills here. If it goes up, that's cool. And look, 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 look. I may be on here. You may want to hit this button, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But you could. It'd be cool. I'd appreciate it. Like, in all honesty. But I'm not an advisor. I'm here to have a good time, talk about cryptocurrency, and see what happens. But I appreciate you. You have a wonderful day. And hit that like and subscribe, dude, because you're a beautiful human. But look, the last thing I got to talk about here, it's probably what a lot of people have been waiting for. And I've been rambling on. I don't even know how long now yet. But look, this is like the funnest part of this whole thing. This is like what I was originally going to make today, and then decided after seeing the AMA I was going to do yeah, I guess a lot more because it was just so good. And then Viper coming out, that's hype. Super doper hype and Rooney. Just want to throw things, hit things,
Meow.
and be excited. But look, okay, so we got a chessboard here on this protocol called DripX. We got pawns, we got things, we got opportunity. Opportunity's crazy. Scares me a little bit. But we're here. We're learning along the way. Actually, I want to leave that one up for just a second. Actually, I forgot I had this pulled up to talk about on this section. So we'll leave that up, and yeah, we'll just bullshit about what you're looking at. Don't forget. But okay, so these pawns, you got let's see here. At the moment, there's like 6 pawns, or I call them pawns, but they're just pieces. They're tools. It's the whole chessboard. You got knights, you got kings, you got pawns, you got rooks. They're all there. You got to use them, okay? So I'm just gonna quickly go through all of them and then kind of bullshit on your different options here. Obviously you got your LP, you got your arbitrage, you got your hodl, your virtual mining. These all flow together. You use them in different ways to do different things as you see fit for your own risk tolerance. Isn't that a beautiful thing? How they took into your consideration and decided we should create something for everybody, not just one type of person. That's real nice of them. But look, okay, so you got these LP farms. You can become the flow of money and help those coins, those tokens. They're gonna move around. They're gonna grow inside of your LP as you help create the market and help other individuals move their tokens from Drip to Drip to DripX to whatever the fuck they want to go to next. And then you're gonna make money on it. Your LP is gonna grow, and you can just kind of slowly take your profits out. I mean, that's one plan right there. You could literally not exit or not enter any other part of the system other than that. It's that simple. Crazy, right? But it's not the only option you've got, as you can see right here in front of your own beautiful eyeballs. You got arbitrage. You got token pairs. You got tokens themselves. Technically you can hold two tokens for the price of one, or you can hold one token and just hold it, cuddle it, whisper sweet nothings, and make it scared and want to run away. Who knows what these tokens are gonna do and how they're gonna feel about you. But if you take them to treat dice, you never know. But as you see here, we got arbitrage, virtual mining. I'm gonna skip down right here. Virtual mining. Virtual mining is how you create them. We talked about it. I'm not going to go into detail. It's the main part of the system. Without that, there's not much of a system, to be honest. That's like the main part of the flywheel. You got to take your BNB, earn DripX, and then you come down here to staking, and then you earn your staking with your DripX. You get BNB. That right there, the double two out. That's like another plan. VM and then S it. VMS your S. That's that simple. Wow. Well, I touched on hodling. It's that simple. Hodl, hold them, cuddle them, treat them nice. Like I said, though, even the man of myth, the legend himself said that's probably not the move. So you might want to listen to him. But regardless of that, there's arbitrage. I touched on that. Do your own research, look into it, watch some videos, whatever you got to do to learn about arbitrage. It's out there. It's very clearly a thing. You could probably already be doing it. I personally am not. I'm going to be looking into it and, figure it out. Personally, I want to get into LPs first, though. So I'm not really going to worry about extra funds to play with in arbitrage. Even though arbitrage, from what I've gathered, one of your best methods of making money with very little risk. We all like very little risk. You got to have high risk plays and low risk plays. It's that simple. And the last thing, last mumbo jumbo of a pawn, Rick, king or knight, whatever you decide your piece is not on this list. So we're gonna remove it, come back to the chart over here, and see if we've gone anywhere. It's it's kind of trying. We'll see what happens. Stretch her out and just leave her there. But yeah, so the last thing that I got to say that's part of this, or it might not be. Honestly, it could be a part of it, could not be a part of it. Who knows? But he said right towards the end of the AMA, or kind of towards the last quarter, he's dropped too much alpha in this AMA. There's so much alpha, he can't drop no more. Wow, that's a lot of alpha. I don't know how to handle it, but what I do know how to handle is my excitement, because there's a lot of it, and I'm pretty chill. Just trying to think of the best plan and operation to attack DripXXX on. But look, more is coming. That's what he left it at. So I mean, dope. But more is coming. Whether that leads to what we want or what we don't want, who knows? It's gonna be exciting either way. Hopefully they don't drop anything and end up putting a hole in the floor. Other than that, we're just gonna kind of bullshit here about the different plans you can do. I'm not going to spend much time on this because I've been rambling around for a minute now. But if you enjoy, please, one last time, I'm gonna ask, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, show me some love. Let's see what it's all about. Let's grow together. But look, okay, so like I said, you got a lot of options that you could take on in the world of DripX. Basically, all I'm gonna say here is this, yeah, do this, figure it out, learn it, because it's low risk. You're gonna trade between the pairs and then go right back into your stable if you just want, or you just hold whatever you want. That's why it's like the lowest risk. And then I would say next up, you hodl. Get the fuck out of there. There we go. After those two options, you just kind of mix and match. Like I was explaining once I started this section and a little bit before, this is the chessboard. This is the pieces, and you just got to play it how you deem fit. If you want to get into all of them, you want to have a full army, have some here, do that, hold a couple, VMS, VMS it up, HAFM, do it all. Yeah, that's the name of the plan. So my whole this right there. Look, I said I was only gonna say it one more time, but fuck it, I'm here, I'm doing the thing, I'm trying to get bigger, so I appreciate you watching for this long and being here. Have a smiley face, have another couple smiley faces, and I out of here. I have a great rest of your week, peoples. Get into DripX, be happy about DripX, even if it goes down, because we're here existing in the zeitgeist. Like, subscribe, and have a good time.
2, 1, drop it.